Good afternoon, all of you. In last lecture, I have discussed the introductory part about animals, animal cell culture, and the types of cell culture, along with advantages and disadvantages of this animal cell culture. Today, we will see the next point of our syllabus, that is growth of animal cells in culture. The animal cell culturing is more difficult than the microbial culturing because the animal cells demand more nutrients and should be attached to specially coated surfaces for their growth. Then there are different nine amino acids known as the essential amino acid. There are example histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylamine, then threonine, tryptophan, and valine. These are the nine essential amino acids are not synthesized, but these amino acids are not synthesized by adult vertebrate animals and therefore must be obtained from external sources. Yes, I am repeating here. These nine amino acids are not synthesized by adult vertebrate. Therefore, it must be obtained from external sources. Most of the culture cell require cysteine, glutamine, and tyrosine, also synthesized by the intact animal cell. For example, liver cells synthesize tyrosine from phenylalanine. Then liver and kidney cells synthesize glutamine. Then all animal cells, both within the organism and in cell culture, can synthesize the remaining 8 amino acids. Therefore, this amino acid need not to be present in the diet or the any culture media. Yes, all animal cells, both within the organism and in cell culture, can synthesize the remaining 8 amino acids. Therefore, these amino acids are not to be amino acid need not to be present in the diet or the culture media. Then other essential components of media of the animal cell culture are vitamins, various salts, glucose, serum, and the non-cellular part of the blood. The most of the culture animal cells, it requires the special solid surfaces for growth within the intact animal tissue. The cells are tightly packed and interact with other cells through the cellular junctions. There are different conditions need to be maintained for the growth of animal cell. First, balanced solution diet. Balance balanced salt solution, that is capital BSS. Then buffering system, then pH. Next, energy sources. Next, amino acids, then vitamins, then hormones and growth factors, then protein and peptides, then fatty acids and lipids, then accessory factors. These are the requirements. We will see one by one. First, that is balanced diet. I am repeating here the balanced salt solution, then buffering system, pH, energy sources, amino acids, vitamins, hormones and growth factors, protein and peptides, fatty acids and lipids, and accessory factors. We will see one by one. Balanced salt solution, it is made up of inorganic salt which maintain the osmotic pressure. Yes, it is made up of inorganic salt in which maintain the osmotic pressure and buffer medium at physiological pH. Some inorganic ions like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium and chlorine, these are also required to stimulate the process growth. Next, that is buffering system. These are required to compensate for CO2 evolution, that is carbon dioxide evolution, and the lactic acid production from the carbohydrate metabolism. Yes, in buffering system, these are required to compensate for carbon dioxide evaluation and lactic acid production from carbohydrate metabolism. Then bicarbonates are used as a buffer for the media. Then next, that is pH. At neutral pH value, that is 7, as you know, it is neutral pH, that is 7, is considered to be an optimum for the growth of cells. Then it is facilitate inspection and control of culture. Then next, that is energy sources. The major source of energy in carbohydrate which initiate the major source of energy in carbohydrate, which initiate the growth in cultured cell. And the most commonly used sugar is glucose, and while other like maltose, sucrose, fructose, galactose and mannose are also used. Then next that is amino acid. Next arginine, amino acids arginine, cysteine, histidine, isoleucine, lysine, etc. are the essential amino acids which are required for the growth of most animal cells. Then vitamins, example biotin, choline, then folic acid, nicotinic acid, pantothenic acid, then riboflavin, thiamine and also inositol are the some vitamins which are required for the growth as well as the multiplication of the animal cell. Then hormones and growth factor. The hormone and growth factors are essential for the variety of different effects on the survival as well as proliferation of cells. Then insulin and hydrocortisones are the most commonly used hormones. Then also interleukins, colony stimulating factor, then epidermal growth factor and fibroblast growth factor also required for cell culture. Then next, protein and peptides. Proteins, fibronectin, albumin and transferrin are the protein supplements which are commonly used for stimulating the animal cell proliferation as well as the animal cell growth. It means these are required for animal cell growth as well as animal cell proliferation. Next factor, that is fatty acids and lipids. So these are the important components of some serum free media, but their effect has not been yet established. The next factor, accessory factor, for example some additives like iron, zinc, copper and selenium. Trace elements are adding effective in growth. These are the requirements of the growth of animal cell culture. Next point of our syllabus, that is general procedure for cell culture. We will see. Number one, the cell culture methods are either applied for free living organism, for example bacteria or the eukaryotic microorganism, or to cell removed from the multicellular tissues. Then cells can be cultured from a prolonged time if they split regularly. After that, the growth medium is replaced and the cells are diluted. Then for culturing cells efficiently, the environment in which they found themselves should be maintained before they are transplanted to the artificial environment or an extracellular fluid derived from the blood. Then some cells like those in bloodstream survive without attaching to the surface, and while other like those derived from solid tissues which required a special surface. It means some are attached without attaching to the surface and some are attached to the surface, special surface. Then there are also cells like yeast and some bacteria type which survive under the either condition and exhibit the different phenotypes depending on the whether or not they are attached to a surface. Then initiation of cell culture can be discussed under the following heads. First, that is preparation and sterilization of the substrate and culture vessel. Then second, preparation and sterilization of the medium. Then next, isolation of cells and tissues. Then disaggregation of tissues. Then primary cell culture. Then next, subculture. Then cloning of cell lines, and last, that is contamination in cell culture. Here we can see the animal cell culture. First, the cell isolation by enzymatic and mechanical action. Then culture, confluent culture, then subculture, secondary cell culture or the primary cell line, then secondary cell line, then cell division, then cell division continue up to the definite division. Here we can see the image. Then first, that is preparation and sterilization of substrate and also culture vessel. The glasswares which are used for culturing, it should be soaked overnight into non-toxic detergent. First, the glasswares which are used for culturing, it should be soaked overnight in a non-toxic detergent, which is followed by through washing with tap water and then with distilled water. Then thereafter they are kept in container or wrapped in aluminum foil. After washing, they kept in container or wrapped in aluminum foil, followed by dry heat sterilization. As you know what is dry heat sterilization and what is moist heat sterilization. Here there is use of dry heat sterilization, while the screw caps are sterilized by autoclaving, that is moist heat sterilization. It means there is use of both method, that is dry heat sterilization as well as moist heat sterilization. Then quality of glassware washing and sterilization should be timely monitored. Then plastic wares are an alternative to glass which are available in pre-sterilized and ready to use form, thus do not require any treatment. Then preparation and sterilization of medium. The constituent of culture media and the reagents used for culturing, it should be sterilized by either autoclaving or filtration. Then autoclaving is preferred more as more because it is economic, uniformly effective, and it requires less labors. Then nowadays culture media is available in the market, come in sterilized form. Then water salt supplement like peptone or the trypsin being thermostable constituent and autoclaved at the temperature 12 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes, while serum trypsin and proteins are thermolabile constituent. It should be sterilized by filtering through a membrane filter and having the porosity size, having the filtration and porosity, or the filter having porosity, it is 0.2 mm. Then third, isolation of cell and tissues. Then in general, the embryo and other content of the uterus are free from contamination. In general, the embryos and the other contents of the uterus are free from contamination, while the adult tissues and bacterial contamination may be common. Then before isolation of the tissue, the site is sterilized with 70% alcohol. Before isolation of the tissue, the site is sterilized with 70% alcohol and tissues are removed aseptically. Then the isolated tissues are transferred into the balanced salt solution, supplemented with antibiotic or to a suitable culture medium, and the care should be taken that is not to disrupt ethical or the legal boundaries in obtaining the desired explant. Then the isolated tissues should be stored under refrigeration before transferring them into a culture media, as viable cells may be recovered from chilled tissue in several days after explantation. The next, that is disaggregation of tissues. Some tissues are made up of tightly aggregated cells. Epithelial tissues is impregnated with calcium and magnesium ion, which provide integrity to the dye. Then a primary cell culture can be obtained by allowing the cells to migrate out from the tissue, and the suspension of cell can be obtained by disaggregating the tissues, whether it is mechanically or the enzymatically. The cells in suspension further grow in a primary cell culture. The normal transform cells when attached to a substrate can survive and also proliferate to yield a primary culture. Then tissue aggregation can be done by following methods, that is physical or the mechanical disaggregation, and second, that is enzymatic disaggregation. First, physical disaggregation. The physical disaggregation is also called as mechanical disaggregation. The physical disaggregation method is a force-based technique. This involves slicing the tissues into pieces and collecting the cell which spill out. In this method, the tissue is aseptically removed. Yes, in this method, the tissue is aseptically removed with much care from a given spot and kept in sterile petri dish containing buffered medium with balanced salt solution. Then, the spilled cells are passed to the sieves of decreasing pore size, that is 50 micrometer to 20 mmH. The process can be repeated if the more aggregation if more disaggregation of the cell is required. The next, enzymatic disaggregation. This involves use of enzyme like trypsin, pronase, etc. But this method demands a labor and can even damage cells. In this method, the enzymes are used for isolating a large number of cells from the tissues. Yes, in this method, the enzymes are used for isolating the large number of cells from the tissues. Then the embryonic tissue carry a numerous undifferentiated cells with least extracellular matrix. Thus, embryonic tissues can be disaggregated more rapidly than the adult or the newborn tissues. Then next, in fragile tissues as in tumors, the chances of cell death and the recovery are more than the normal tissues. Then the tissue disaggregation by enzyme commonly employs collagenase and trypsin enzymes, trypsin being more commonly used. The digestion of tissue by incubation in proteolytic enzyme is more effective, and the trypsin is preferred over other enzymes due to the following reason. Why the trypsin is more preferred than the other? Because first, that is, it is tolerable by the various cells. Then second reason, it is effectively used for many tissues, and third, its residual activity is neutralized using the serum of the medium. Then the treatment with chelating agent, that is EDTA. So it is full form of EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. This involves use of chelating agent like citrate and EDTA for producing the suspension of cells from the established cultures. Then epithelial tissues require calcium and the magnesium ions for their integrity maintenance. The epithelial tissue requires the calcium and magnesium ions for their integrity maintenance. Then such tissues can easily disaggregated by treatment with EDTA prepared in a balanced salt solution. Then this technique is used for separating the cells from established culture of epithelial cell. Then fifth point, that is primary cell culture. The surgically removed cells of an organism attach, divide and grow when placed into the suitable culture environment. The resultant culture is a primary culture. This culture are obtained from intact or dissociated tissue or the organ fragments. After a primary culture, the subculture, it is termed as a cell line. This can be done by the following methods, that is explant cultures, and second, enzymatic dissociation. In explant culture, in this method, the small pieces of tissues are attached. In explant culture, in this method, the small pieces of tissues attached to a glass or to a treated plastic culture vessels are bathed in a culture medium. Then second, that is enzymatic dissociation. This method is the more widely used and also quick method, as it involves adding digesting enzymes. Example of these enzymes, trypsin or the collagenase, to the tissue fragment so that the cement holding the cells together dissolve. Then thus a suspension of single cell is formed, which then placed in a culture vessel and allowed to divide and also grow. I will stop here. Next part we will see in next lecture.